Hello my friends, and welcome back to our continued blind Let's Play Ace Attorney Dual Destinies for the PS5. My name is the FlightlessBird, this is your story discovery channel, and today, questioning Ara Blackquill, the sister to Simon, because this case has, it's morphed to something else. While we might have proven Solomon Starbuck's non-guiltiness or innocence, yeah, I think we could say we proved his innocence. The direction of the case has turned against Athena Sykes as being the prime suspect. Will we find out more information today to exonerate her on Turnabout for tomorrow? Let's find out, shall we? I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. About what happened?
I heard about the trial. You made mincemeat out of the director. And suddenly Starbuck was out and your little subordinate, the princess, was in. Case closed. And they all lived happily ever after.
Grr, Daddy, say something to her.
And I suppose you're going to defend the princess in court, am I right?
Well, the princess, huh? Yes, she's talking about Athena. Yeah, we're absolutely gonna do that, and I hope you all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. Of course, Athena is innocent.
Oh my, such loyalty and trust. She seems pretty suspicious to me, though. The emotionally unstable princess. There's a comfort for you, don't you agree, Apollo?
I don't know yet. Apollo? How could you? Yeah, how can you? You're not believing in Athena here?
What's wrong with saying I don't know if it's true? It's a very scientific approach. Your subordinate is more level-headed than you, or should I say, former subordinate.
The dots. I can't believe it. Does Apollo really suspect Athena?
Phew. Oh, this laughing has me won out. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk.
Mr. Tarrant, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay? Mr. Tarrant? But that's Apollo you're talking to.
Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaken Apollo for Clay.
Is it because of the outfit he's wearing? The coat? Is it possible that you could disguise yourself as Tarrant by wearing a coat?
Maybe Apollo is possessed by Clay's ghost.
Mr. Tarrant, how are your injuries? Mr. Tarrant. Mr. Tarrant, how are your injuries, Mr. Tarrant? The heck is wrong with Conko all of a sudden?
I guess Clay intends to hang around to hunt the princess that murdered him. Oh, and to hunt the lawyer that defends her too, of course.
A robot that could see ghosts? Yeah, right. And I'm a spirit medium. Sorry, but apparently scientists just don't tell very frightening ghost stories. I intend to defend Athena, no matter what you have to say about it.
How perfectly foolish. That kind of blind belief makes people lose sight of the truth. Just like 7 years ago.
7 years ago? Could you tell me about the incident 7 years ago?
Why? Do you enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in their wounds? Or do you just want me to talk? In that case, what should I ask for in return?
I'd like to hear about the incident too. It'll help me understand the correct case better. Huh? Apollo knows about that case too. Well, if you're the one asking, Apollo, come on, you hunk of junk. You tell the story. But, Miss R, that's private information. Tisk, if you would talk, I just had to make you talk. Whoa! Whoa! Yes, who cares about personal privacy? Not me. I am ready to utilize my blast busting abilities to support all available information. Wow, what a magic trick. It's like a completely different robot now. The bodies of all the robots that came to this lab are designed by Miss R. I was born 7 years ago. Miss R was much, much younger then. Yikes. Better watch what you say if you don't want to get recycled, Conko. And then our hearts were created by that great genius, Dr. Metis Sykes. Hearts? Robots with hearts? Can you even make such a thing? Emotions are not irrational things. Our logic and our hearts can be integrated. The two navigational companions created by Miss R and Dr. Metis transcend humans. Gaga! Metis. Huh? She just glanced over at her desk. Nobody could continue Metis's research. She and her work were truly one of a kind. Oh. Yeah, I mean, feel that for Athena as well, right? And now the two navigational companions are all that's left of Metis here on Earth. The robots are all that's left? Isn't she leaving out a very important someone? Yeah, like Athena? We built the ultimate creations together, but now she's gone. I get the feeling Dr. Sykes loved her robots almost as much as she loved her daughter. In many ways, I guess you could say that, you know, the robots were kind of like her children too. I mean, yeah, I could see that. And almost as much as she loved you. Oh? Ha 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 ha. What are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. But you lost someone too, didn't you, Apollo? Your friend Clay. I guess you and I are pretty much in the same boat. Miss R, would you like a tissue? Ah. Keep your trap shut, you hunk of junk. Conko and Punko. Punko is an important keepsake of your time with Dr. Sykes. You should treat him better. What does it matter? He doesn't feel pain, and I could always repair his body. Besides, the hearts aren't actually in the bodies. What do you mean by that? The program, Metis Wrote, works on a separate mainframe. Their bodies are controlled remotely from there. Their hearts and memories are there too. The bodies are really just peripherals. So, I can do anything I want to them. I'm not sure that gives you the right to physically abuse the poor things. I agree. But why are you people looking into such an old case now, anyway? Well, we believe the culprit of that incident might be the same person as in this case. So, Daddy's going to find out who killed Dr. Sykes too? I'm sure you're aware of who Metis' killer is. Yes, Prosecutor Blackquill, or so it seems. That's a quaint way of putting it. Are you implying you didn't think he did it? I can't say anything for sure right now. But that's exactly why I'd like to hear your side of it, to help me be sure. Dr. Sykes and Simon. I was the one who introduced Simon to Metis, you know.
He wanted to learn psychology, he said, to give himself an edge in court.
Ah, Prosecutor Blackwill's fort. His infamous power of suggestion technique.
Exactly. And he was oddly serious about it rather than a teacher-student relationship. He treated her more like how little samurai would treat his sovereign.
Huh. Seems more like a lost soul than a dignified samurai to me.
He even got along well with that miserable little princess. Why do you call Athena the princess anyway? Well, she is Midas' daughter after all, although she's nothing like her besides. Doesn't the selfish little princess always have lots of white knights hanging around?
Now I think I see why Athena didn't say anything when we ran into Aura yesterday. It all makes sense now.
So the culprit behind these two cases could be the same, huh? Well, that's it, does it then?
What does it settle?
None of your business. Just to get you heard anything. How long are you people going to hang around here anyway? What? But we came here to take a look around. You think you could just walk in and ransack a person's lab? Show me a search warrant.
Whoa, 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 be careful. We're not the police, so we don't have one.
Then get out, now! Cloco, show them out! Certainly, Miss Aura!
Yeesh.
Ouch, don't push.
My apologies, I'm just following orders. Arg! I think we just got thrown out. Yep. December 20th, Cosmo Space Center entrance. What a way to get shown out.
The nerve of that woman. What's with all that horrible attitude?
I guess that's just how she is.
And why was Apollo going along with her?
I guess it's because they have something in common. Apollo lost Clay, just like how Aura lost Dr. Sykes.
I'm really worried about him. He's not himself at all. He's usually not all cool and dark and mysterious like that.
I guess that's true. Does she mean he's usually silly and dorky?
I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Hey, wait, Tracy, come back. She's gone. What should I do now? Detective Fulbright is probably still questioning Athena. Guess I'll go back to the office. Alone. December 20th, Wright Anything Agency. Well, here I am. The office has never felt so empty. I guess I haven't been here at the office all by myself in a long time, huh? When I first became a lawyer, my mentor was here with me. And then, for a while after that, she was always by my side. Oh, Mia. Now I'm getting all sentimental. I must be tired. Huh? There's something on the floor. What's the letter doing here? It's got my face on it. Hey, Nick. It's been a while, huh? Miss me? I know this handwriting. It's not the butts, is it? I read somewhere that you're holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom. That must have been really something. Although weird is par for the course with you. I think she, whatever paper she's reading, is a little off with the details. Okay, that's not Nick. I mean, that's not, Larry. Who is this? I can't tell by the handwriting. It doesn't help me. I'd love to come visit, but I'm right in the middle of a difficult part in my training. So it said, think of me as you watch Steel Samurai videos. I said, oh, it's Mia. No, not Mia. Quit. Mia was his mentor. Maya. God. Yeah, Mia's dead. Sorry. I had her in the back of my head. Maya. I'm sure they'll cheer you right up. Yours truly, Maya Fey. Yeah, okay. Would have been great to have a Maya, you know, cameo. We kind of had one in the Ace Attorney Investigation series, but that was in the background. And we never really understood, like, I always thought that Maya and Phoenix were, you know, going to hook up in some way maybe, but it never happened. And then, yeah, then she just kind of disappeared from our story. Good old Maya. Says that she knew I was feeling down and needed a lift. Maya was my assistant for quite a while. Believe it or not, but she's a spirit medium. The Magatom I use on Cyclops, Maya is the one who gave it to me. I mean, we had a Pearl cameo. Why can't we have a Maya cameo? But I wonder how this lighter got here. Mr. Nick? Ah! Eek! Oh, speaking of pearls, I mean, why do we get Pearl cameos and not Maya cameos? And don't get me wrong, I love Pearl. Pearl is just so amazing. Her with the penguin was just great, but that would be nice to see Maya, you know? Oh, it's you, Pearls. Hi, Pearls. One sec. How have you been, Mr. Nick? This is Pearl Fey, though I call her Pearls. She is Maya's cousin, who is also a spirit medium. A very talented one at that. I've noticed that she was 8 years old. But Apollo and Athena only met her a few months ago. So that's cool how they mentioned that they met a few months ago, alluding to a future DLC. Because I'm assuming the DLC came after the game was released. Interesting. You didn't come all this way just to bring me a letter, did you? I apologize for bringing in. The door is unlocked. But I can't believe there was a big explosion here. Your office doesn't look any different. She's even further off on the details than Maya. I wish I could take you out to eat or something, Pearls, but there's a lot going on. Oh, I knew that. I didn't come here for a social visit, you know, Mr. Nick. Pearl's errand. Did you read the postscript on the letter? Huh? There's more? Oh yeah, here it is. P.S. I bet you've been too busy to clean or take care of the office. So Pearly said she would come help you. Isn't she sweet? You better thank her. Aww. Pearls is the best. Oh, so that's what you're doing here. That's awfully nice of you, Pearls. Maya and Pearls, thanks to these two. I'm starting to feel a little better. Thank you, girls. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna whip this place into shape. You just concentrate on your work and don't mind me at all. I'll need to talk to Busker Blackquill if I need to learn more about this case. With the trial still going on, they must be holding him down at the station, a detention center. Has it been a while since you've seen Mystic Maya? Yes, quite a while. She used to drop by the office sometimes to say hello. But she hasn't been by recently. I wonder what she's up to these days. To become a spirit medium worthy of hitting the fake clan, she undergoes rigorous training. But she says she's growing really tired of the vegetarian diet. Aww. Oh, I'll have to have some burgers delivered to her then. Oh, I'm sure she will love that. But to get where she is, the delivery person will have to climb a steep mountain. I hope she tips them well then. Your hair is nice and spiky today as always, Mr. Nick. Thanks. I generally try to look good if I'm going to be in court. Did you make it spiky so the prosecution will feel intimidated? Huh? No, that's not exactly my intention. Your hairstyles make you look bigger and stronger just like a rooster's comb, right? That's what Mr. Wise says anyway. She couldn't compare it to something cool like a lion's mane. It's probably useless to present evidence to her. She doesn't know what's going on, but I'm still curious. Hey, when I see you wearing your attorney's badge like that, it brings back such memories. I remember you helped me conduct my investigations from time to time. I'm glad I can help again. Thanks, you always provide such great assistance. I'll do my best to live up to Mystic Maya's standard. I don't know what I'd do if Pearls wasn't here right now.
I'm sorry, I want to be of help. But I'm still in training and, nothing about that is coming to mind, I'm afraid. I'm really deeply sorry.
No, it's okay. I shouldn't have showed you something so trivial anyway. I feel like we've had this conversation before. Yeah, like all the evidence is gonna be exactly the same. I wonder if she mentioned anything about the bomb. Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, what a cute little elephant.
It used to have a bomb in it, you know.
Oh my, a bomb in its stomach?
Ahaha, it must have been starving, huh? You'd have to be pretty hungry to want to eat a bomb.
And there must not have been anything else around to eat. You have to be careful never to eat anything strange yourself, Mr. Nick.
Ahaha, I promise. She looks genuinely worried for me. So I'm assuming that nothing else is gonna pop up, but at the same time, now I'm curious. I mean, thanks to the power of circle, and she doesn't have any, like, expressive animations that take a long time. I think we get through these, you know, in less than about 30-40 seconds or so. I was curious to see if she would mention something about the elephant. I'm glad she did. Oh, hello.
Hey, is that a pamphlet? I just love to look at pamphlets.
I bet you find vacation pamphlets especially exciting, huh?
Yes, because I don't get a chance to leave the village much with, you know, with my training and all. So looking at pamphlets is kind of like a hobby.
Well, the office is just full of them. You can have as many of them as you like.
Oh boy, thank you.
Poor kid. Wish I could take on a real vacation. Hey, you see? That was totally worth it. Totally worth it. Okay, let's, move to detention center, right? December 20th, detention center visitor room. Well, look who's here. I wonder what they're talking about. All this time and you haven't said a word. It's even turning your hair gray. Ah, there he is.
I don't have any to say, Ara. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls?
Oh, Ara's here too. Interesting. Prosecutor Blackquill.
Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk.
Well, Miss Blackquill, don't you think that's enough for today?
Enough for today? Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow.
When there's no tomorrow? What is she talking about?
We have company, Ara. Please try to calm down. Alright, fine. I see what you're going to listen no matter what I do. I've had it, but that's the way you're going to be. I have another plan up my sleeve. I hope you're happy, Simon, because I'm done. Do as you please. See if I care.
Wow. I could cut the tension with a katana.
Right, dunno. If I look like Fulbright saved a case, it looks like Fulbright saved a case in court this morning.
What? Oh, yeah, he did. You bounced back to business quick. Well, Prosecutor Blackquill, forgive me, but it was just the thing. It was the just thing to do.
But as a result, Sextono was arrested. Was that the just thing to do too?
Mr. Lawyer, I'm sorry, but it was evidence. What else could I do? Don't worry about it. I plan to defend her and prove her innocence.
I wouldn't take things so lightly if I were you, right to know?
So this is blade-proof glass, right? 7 years ago. Prosecutor Blackquill, we're looking into the case from 7 years ago. You're looking for somebody you call the Phantom of 7 years past, aren't you?
You villain! Where did you hear about that?
This glass is absolutely positively blade-proof, right? No, it wasn't me. I didn't say a single word. Oops. Ouch. At least it wasn't my fault. Could you tell me who this phantom is? And also, you didn't really kill Dr. Sykes, did you? Guard, the guest is leaving. Prosecutor Blackquill, please listen to me. The culprit in the current case might be the same as the case from 7 years ago. If you would cooperate, we would probably solve both cases. I suppose I could talk. The one who killed my mentor was, without question, me. Wait, so he did really do it? I stole Psych-to-Know's mother away from her. I destroyed her life. Prosecutor Blackquill? Guard, where are you? Stop dragging your feet, I tell you. So wait, he's admitting that he did it? Huh. There he goes. No! We've upset Prosecutor Blackquill. Now, what are we going to do, Mr. Lawyer? There isn't much we can do. Detective Fulbright, do you mind if I ask you a little more about that old case? Well, I guess it won't make any difference now. What would you like to know? The trial 7 years ago. Do you know anything about the trial that got him convicted? A little. The police called the incident the UR1 incident. Prosecutor Blackquill was charged with murdering his psychology mentor. Kinda like if your red, Mr. Lawyer, were to kill you. I don't want to think about that one. There were 2 decisive pieces of evidence, so a verdict was reached very quickly. 2 pieces of evidence, huh? What were they? Well, let's see. The first was security camera footage. He was the only one who used the corridor to the murder scene at the time of the crime. The only one, huh? Ouch, that does sound pretty decisive. Could you, show me that footage? Oh, sorry, I don't have it with me right now. I guess I'll have to see it some other time then. 70-year-old video added to the court record. Video showing the corridor to the crime scene. Blackquill was the only one to pass through at the scene at the time of the crime. We can't view it now, can we? No. And what was the second piece of evidence? This one's even more incriminating. A photo of the moment of the crime. Ooh. See, there he is at the crime scene holding a bloody katana. Oh, yeah, that's, That does seem to be... I mean, he's definitely holding a blade katana, so yeah. I can't see anything else in this picture that would lead me to a different conclusion. Although there is some weirdness going on. If you look to the bottom left of where Blackquill is, there's that weird thing. I don't even know what that is. What is that thing? It's like wrapped up like a mummy. And then on the bottom of it, it looks like red. So, I mean, could that be the thing that's on his katana? I'm just trying to think of something other than he doing it. It was. The victims kept on display in the room. She had a thing for Japanese culture. Wow. It'd be hard to explain this one away, but wait, if it wasn't his when it was hers, that could have been anyone. Anyone could have used that katana then. He could have been framed. Katana, the weapon used in the murder 7 years ago, belonged to the victim. The victim's blood was found only on the blade. Only on the... It's weirdly worded. Only on the blade. But who took this picture, detective? The incident happened the day before the Hat 1 launch. A reporter had come to do a story on the launch, was in the room across from the lab. This just happened to show up in one of the pictures he took. Photo of the crime added to the court record. Taken inadvertently, became conclusive evidence of Simon Blackquill's trial 7 years ago. A reporter who had come to do a story on the launch was in the room. He just happened to show up in one of the pictures he took. Seems like a big coink-a-dink. Prosecutor Blackquill's attitude earlier was so odd, he's definitely hiding something. Prosecutor Blackquill said he was hunting a phantom from 7 years ago, didn't he? Well, yes, I imagine it's getting more and more urgent as his execution date approaches. What did you just say? Execution date? What? Did I say something? Never mind me, you didn't hear a thing! What? More and more urgent as his. So Blackwell's gonna be executed? So that's why he's trying to hunt the phantom so badly, because if he doesn't, he's gonna get killed. Execution date. Out with it, Fulbright. So he was given the death sentence. Yes, he told me not to tell you people, actually. But I guess there's no sense hiding it anymore. His execution date is tomorrow. What? Tomorrow? No. But Miss Blackquill, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow. See. But what if the culprit of the current case is the same as the one from 7 years ago? Then it would be the worst possible scenario. Prosecutor Blackquill would be executed tomorrow under a false charge. But that would be unthinkable. We have to do something right now. I want to do something, but you're a lawyer. You know how hard it is to overturn a decision. I know, but why? Why isn't Prosecutor Blackquill putting up any kind of a fight? You saw how he was, right? He's been like that ever since his conviction. Totally uncooperative. Not even his own sister could persuade him. Uncooperative? When he's about to be executed for a crime he didn't commit? This isn't right. I can't let it happen. I have to stop it somehow. Oh, pardon me. Looks like I have a phone call. Fulbright here. What? What's happening? You've got to be kidding! That's quite a reaction. I bet he's making some big show of it right now. But Mr. Lawyer, the robots are... Detective Fulbright, get a hold of yourself. Some kind of robot malfunction? Not a malfunction. They're staging a revolt. The machines are rebelling against the humans. They've holed themselves up at the Space Center and taken the visitors as hostages. What? They did what? No, Trucy. We had to get right over there. There's going to be one heck of a battle. The heck is going on here? December 20th, Cosmos Space Center. Entrance. The riot police are here. Then the robots really are holding people hostage? Look, Mr. Lawyer, what do you suppose these group of people are swarming around? But I was only trying to help this nice person. She said she was lost. Your robots had declared war as humans. You even have taken hostages already. Stay away from it. You never know what I'll do. But he's not a bad robot. Can't you see he's just trying to help me? I recognize that voice. Detective Fulbright, are you okay here on your own? Leave it to me. All right, people. What's going on here? Pearls, over here. Uh-oh, Mr. Nick, there you are.
I heard the terrible news and I got so worried.
Thanks, Pearls. I can hardly believe what's happening myself.
I'm so glad you found each other. When people are happy, I am happy.
Hanko seems the same as before.
When people are sad, I am happy. When people are angry, when people are... Oh, did I say something? Did I...
Uh-oh, there is something wrong with them.
God, well. It looks like he fell asleep. He must have been very tired. Heh heh heh. Ha 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 ha.
Hanko?
What the heck is going on here? Ha ha ha, human beings are enemies. It's time for the machines to take over. The heck is going on all of a sudden? This is so wild.
Arg! The robots are rebelling.
Everybody run! Egg!
It's an all war. It's the end of the world.
Ha 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 ha, fools. How could you fall for something so cliche? I'm human too, you idiots. I'm just controlling these robots remotely.
What?
But it is true, I've taken hostages, so you better not make me mad. Hey, you, hostage number 1, come here. I'll let you talk to them.
Huh? There's something being displayed on Hanko's face screen. It's the Space Museum.
Daddy, is that you?
Trucy? Trucy, is that you? No, Trucy, are you alright?
About 15 robots holding 12 of us hostage, Daddy. They've gone haywire. A researcher's one behind it. She's here. Connie! This girl talks too much.
Trucy, talk to me.
Why are you doing this? I'm glad you asked. My demand is simple. I hope that detective is listening.
Bobby Fulbright here. I'm all ears.
I want you to bring someone to me. Clay, Terrence murderer, or Athena Sykes.
Athena?
Now, hold on just a moment. I can't just give in to a demand like that.
So you don't care what happens to these hostages, huh? Well, then I'll pick one out then.
No way, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh, I like the helicopter flying overhead.
I know I have absolutely no right to make such a ridiculous request, but
you need me to buy some time, right? Got it. I'll see what I can do, but promise me you'll never hand Athena over, and you won't give up the hostages either.
Of course I won't. Now I better go contact headquarters.
Mr. Nick, how do you plan to buy time?
I have no idea yet, but this hostage taker, could it be?
If you don't bring me that little princess, I'll have Hunka Junk kill all the hostages.
Well, that's Aura. Only Aura calls these things Hunka Junks. Princess? Hunka Junk. Oh, I missed the princess reference too, didn't I? Yep, I did. There's only one person this could be. In which case, there must be something I can use as a bargaining chip.
I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls?
Aura wants Athena to confess that she's the one who killed her mom. Does getting Blackquill off of execution, I assume that's the plan? Prosecutor Blackquill.
Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk.
Miss Hostage Taker, Athena is not a murderer.
What are you talking about? She's been arrested and they got her in detention.
I'm telling you the truth. Look, the person you want is the real killer, right? Well, it's not Athena. It's someone else.
All right, let's hear your stupid little theory. Who is this real killer?
I don't know yet. But the culprit is the same as the one in the case from 7 years ago. The UR1 incident. I believe you have a personal interest in that case.
Huh, it's too late to change what's going to happen now, no matter how long it is.
But is it really too late? You can still do something about it. You might even be able to fix it.
Just what exactly are you proposing?
What can I do about the 7-year-old case to satisfy the hostage taker? Retried in court. Oh, but we don't have a health bar, so let's do things that we think are wrong. Ask about it. Please tell me all about the case from 7 years ago.
I'll do nothing of the kind. Besides, what good would it do it now?
This isn't working. I have to do something I can bargain with. Okay, so retrying in court is probably what's correct, but recreated could be it too. I think retrying in court is the correct answer, so let's do this one, even if we got it wrong. They're still probably the same. How about if we do a reenactment of the case?
So you do enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in their wounds? Didn't I tell you what would happen to the hostages if you make me mad?
No, wait. Okay. Good. That's what I was hoping for. Retrying in court. I like to see dialogue options, you know? I propose we retry the case from 7 years ago. If you make that demand now, I'm sure nobody will deny you. It wouldn't be an official trial, but at least we could find out the truth.
That's good, real good. Hey, detective, I'll give you 1 hour. Get a courtroom ready.
1 hour? But that's impossible. Please give me at least until tomorrow.
If you don't mind losing hostages, you can take all the time you want. Oh, but wait. If we're going to have a retrial, we'll need a prosecutor. Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
She will?
And I guess I can be fair and let you come in and check out the crime scene. But hunk of junk here will be watching you, so don't try anything funny. You got that? Now follow the hunk of junk. Right, please make way. We're coming through. Mr. Nate, wait, I'll help you with the investigation.
Thanks, Pearls. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going in. December 20th. Cosmo Space Center. Robotics Lab. Alright, dropped us off with a warning, not touch anything until she gets back.
I wonder what's taking so long. But we can't really start the investigation yet, can we?
Even if we could, this mess makes it hard to tell what the room was like 7 years ago.
Mr. Wright?
It's a hostage taker.
I'm back to my usual self now. You're still being monitored, however. But more importantly, an important guest has arrived.
A guest? Who's that? Ooh. Chessboard. Steel Samurai. Red. Wait a second. Ooh, no way. The special prosecutor is Miles Edgeworth?
I trust you've been well, right?
This is a blast from the past. Oh, Phoenix versus Edgeworth. Round, I don't know. They've had so many rounds. Round, whatever, +1. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? This is Miles Edgeworth. We've been friends since we were kids. We faced off in court a number of times back when he was a prosecutor. But now...
Hello, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Oh, but you're not a prosecutor anymore, are you?
He's chief prosecutor now. Wow. Pretty soon it'll be a year, right? A title is nothing more than a title. Don't we have more pressing issues to discuss? Welcome back, Edgeworth! Hey! It's almost like the whole gang is back together again. It must be nice to finally have your attorney's badge back. Yeah, it's been 8 years. I'm sorry for all I put you through. No, I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you. Nah, I was the one that made the decision. But now you can stay to court once again. And you can mow them down just like you used to. Way to put pressure on a guy. And since when did I get such a brutal reputation? Another young life lost to the hands of a cruel killer. Edgeworth, you don't think Athena's a culprit, do you? Well, that's up to the evidence and the truth they reveal, right? And what about the hostage situation? The law will deal with the hostage taker. Remember, we must never stop the threats of acts of violence ourselves. Even if people's lives are on the line. Edgeworth. He may be a stickler for the rule of law, but I have no better ally in the world than him. Right. Please stop presenting random evidence just to show how that person will react. But that's the thing. I need to see how people react in order to question them. And what if it's evidence that person isn't privy to? Ahaha, that doesn't happen, well, much. You never change. And I'm afraid I'll never understand your assortment of oddball clients either. It's good to have him back. Miles Edgeworth. So what are you doing here, Edgeworth? The captor chose me as the prosecutor for the UR1 case. Wow, she's good. She went all the way to the top. I gathered all the information I could in the short time I had. I'll give you a rundown. You're always so well prepared, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Well, thanks. I appreciate this. I could really use your help. UR1 incident. I'll start with a brief overview. The victim was the psychologist, Dr. Mita Sykes. Yeah, Athena's mother. Well, 7 years ago, on the 7th of October, her body was found here in this very room. I have 2 crime photos of the police notes for you to see. Oof. Ah, what a terrible way to die. This other photo shows the other side of the room, I see. 7-year-old photo added to the court record. 2 photos of the body and crime scene. They were taken by the first person to discover the body. I also had the autopsy report for you. This is the autopsy report added to the court record. The cause of the death was a stab wound to the chest. The weapon pierced the heart, and so death was instantaneous. That's important. It was instantaneous. The murder weapon was the victim's own katana found at the scene. Yes, Detective Fulbright mentioned that she was into Japanese culture. The body was found by a Spa Center staff member and 2 police officers. The police were called in because of the sabotage threat on the HAT-1 launch. Yes, Director Cosmos mentioned this too. A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. The suspect was Simon Blackquill, a young prosecutor. Simon Blackquill. I hear his trial was over in a flash. But yes, a guilty verdict was declared in only 1 session. Not only did he plead guilty, but there was decisive evidence against him too. The security camera video. And a photo of the moment of the crime, as I recall. But did Prosecutor Blackquill have a motive? To this day, his motive is still unknown. He insisted he did it, but he would never say why. So that means he must still be hiding something. Right. And there's another aspect to this case that was never revealed to the public. Yeah, I know. The part about the spy, right? Right. How on earth did you know about that? Director Cosmos told me after a bit of pressure. He told me espionage and sabotage were behind the Hat 1 miracle. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I've always been good at keeping secrets. Well, I might as well tell you now. They really do suspect Blackquill of being a spy. They think he sabotaged the rocket and killed Dr. Sykes to steal the moon rock. But if he could prove that the Hat 2 bombing is the work of the same spy, we could stay the execution? It's a possibility. Well, that's why I intend to help you in any way that I can. Thanks, Edgeworth. All I have to do is comb this room for evidence. The dream team is getting back together! Yeah! Oh, let's do it together. Absolutely. So there's two sides. Let's look left side to right, because left is always right. Oh, look, it's a little robot. I wonder what it does. Cleaning, maybe? A cleaning robot must follow humans' orders as long as it causes no human harm. Yikes, it talks. A cleaning robot must keep desk clean without violating the preceding clause. However, Miss Ara says she prefers a moderate level of clutter on the desk. Oh, what is the purpose of my existence? I guess I often cut some corners aren't in his vocabulary bank. Ara's desk is a mess, though. That doesn't surprise me. Oh, I just want to dive in and straighten it up. Wait, before you do. Metis. Huh? She just glanced over at her desk. It's Metis Sykes. Pogo, can I talk to you? I really hope he's back to normal. You wish to speak to me, Mr. Wright? If you're going to hit me, please avoid the face area. Hey, don't put me in the same class as that woman. What was Ara like 7 years ago at the time of the incident? When Mother died, Miss Ara was confused. Ah, so he calls Dr. Sykes Mother, but Ara Miss Blackquill. Miss Ara. With the law, she exhibited a severe cataclysmic imbalance. Whatever that is. Excuse me, but I have no idea what that means. Neither do I, Pearls. Pardon me, searching for alternative expression. She would spend the nights crying and then take out her feelings on those around her. After Prosecutor Blackquill was found guilty, she repeatedly demanded a retrial as well. That is correct, but without new evidence, her requests were ignored. And then, little by little, Miss Ara began to change. She started to hate it when I called her Mama Ara. And before long, she started hating the court system and abusing Klonko, huh? All that murder destroyed so many lives. Uh-huh. Right. Take a look at this paper on Dr. Sykes and Miss Blackwell's research. Klonko and Klonko. They're the robots with hearts that Dr. Sykes created. Klonko's serious features can determine the presence of a human with a heartbeat detection system. Recognizes people by scanning their spacesuit or uniform jacket ID tag. You see, jacket ID tag. That's why it was calling Apollo Terran. Can also recognize a person by facial features once the face has been registered. Can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice and communicate with them. Like a lot of that is going to sync up with someone later on, I can see. A heartbeat detection system lets it determine when a human is present. In addition, they can recognize people by their ID tag or facial features. And they can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice. That's amazing. Hey, I don't know, Edgeworth. There might even be more human than you. What's that supposed to mean? It kind of sounds like these robots could do what Athena does. Robots with a heart added to the court record. Explains the recognition and communication features of the Poco series of robots. Can't look at the picture. I guess that's part of the desk area. I remember back in the older games, you like look at every single object individually. It's probably a lot easier this way. You're less likely to miss something. It looks like an operating table. It's in the photo too. Yes, it was here then as well, with the victim's body lying on it.
There's a button here. Oh, I know. I'll try pushing it.
Pearls, don't touch that.
Oopsie.
The heck is all this? Is it making a robot? Hey, it's moving. It appears to be a robot assembly device.
Disassemble anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. That sounds pretty neat. Can I push it with stick?
Please don't push any more buttons. Oh, there it goes. Pearls. That was cute. I like how it like put it all together. An emergency ladder. This supposed to be the one used during the evacuation.
The explosion disabled the elevators. So lower the emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to.
This could also be how the person escaped. As this Blackquill was climbing down the side of the building, she saw the culprit inside. I wonder which would have been scarier, that or looking down. Emergency ladder added to the court record was lowered to the ground from the window of the 4th floor robotics lab was used to evacuate Space Center personnel. Oh. I wish this game would like highlight objects. That would be good. Like you press a button to highlight everything. That's what a lot of point-click adventure games like to do. And it really helps out so you don't have to scan everything. It's so easy to miss something sometimes. What's this? A giant robot arm, maybe?
It's pretty big for an arm, but you're right. I think these thin parts here are finger bones. They're even about as long as my legs.
And there's a spike ball and giant drill on the floor too. Is Ara trying to build some kind of weapon of massive destruction?
Maybe she wants to use it to demolish a big building or something.
I can picture her gleefully tearing down the street doing just that. I better not think about it anymore. Hey, look at this row of rolling cases. I bet the wheels make it easier for people to move heavy research materials around.
I bet they'd be fun to ride around in. We could even probably fit into both the biggest one. I know, we could have Pusker to Edgeworth push us.
I don't trust him not to push us down a flight of stairs. Come on, he's on our side. This is one heck of a robot.
There's something written on it. Is this supposed to be a poem? I cut down anyone who displaces me. I make the rules. I am the law. I wield the ultimate gavel of judgment. I am Judgetron JT02.
I don't believe we need to bother with that, Pearl. It's not even completed yet. He's right, Pearls. There's no sign of it in the photo from 7 years ago either. They were building the Hope space probe here at the time. The murder occurred after the space probe had been removed from the room. So it was long time gone by someone who took this picture, huh?
But you can see the probe in this newspaper photo.
Yes, and you can see the stolen moonrock there too. I can see the katana as well. That strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture. Note that the same rock is absent from this crime scene photo, as well as the katana. Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moonrock was stolen.
I hear there's lots of research into moonrocks and stardust from these asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on other civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
So the person who stole it, think it was our spy? I'm sure of it. Dr. Sykes was probably killed because she has a roadblock in the plan. Unfortunately, the government thinks Prosecutor Blackquill is the culprit. What's this? It looks like a giant power plug. It's attached to what looks like an electric vehicle charging station.
That's a charging station for us robots. We come here periodically and charge ourselves up.
Wow, machines that maintain themselves. That's pretty cool.
If our batteries run out and we lose consciousness, we never know what Miss Art will do to us while we're down, you see.
Nothing motivates but like fear, huh? Poor guys. It's about as cluttered as my office, but I think it's a workbench.
Mr. Nick, I think this must be a kitchen. Look at this photo. See the cute little food processor?
That isn't a food prosecutor, Pearls. That's a Hope capsule. It was scheduled to be loaded onto the Hope Space probe that fateful day. The 3 people who came to collect the capsule discovered the body. The first on the scene, huh? A staff member and 2 police officers, was it? And they were here to collect the capsule, which reminds me. So, they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right?
Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead?
Apollo and Ara Blackquill? I wonder what they're talking about. Edgeworth, did those 3 people have a bag with them for transporting the capsule? Oh, you mean this? It's a custom-made shock resistant bag. But how did you know? Oh, I just overheard Apollo making an inquiry about it. That's all. So, he's looking at the case from 7 years ago on his own, is he? Hope capsule updating the court record. It was at the crime scene 7 years ago. It was launched into space and only returned to Earth a few days ago. Well, I guess that's about it for this room. So, what do you think, Wright? Any ideas? There are still a lot of gaps in the evidence, but I'll pull it off somehow. After all, you asked me to prove Blackquill's innocent, right, Edgeworth?
What? He did?
Yep, he called it a special request. He reached out to me while I was still disbarred. Edgeworth's request.
So that was sparked you to get your attorney's badge back?
Yep, the Blackquill case. Right, I have a special request. I want you to clear one of my subordinates of suspicion. Hey, I'm not even a lawyer anymore, remember? Haven't been for a long time. That 8-year misunderstanding has been cleared up, and you must be eager to return. I'm sure you're familiar with the other case that ushered in the dark age of the law. Huh? Very soon, a convict will stand as a prosecutor in court. I want you to keep an eye on him. Aw, just when I was beginning to actually like the job I have now. Right, I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Because of the espionage aspect, I was afraid to give you all the details. Hey, no need to apologize. It's like I said on the phone the other day. I know that the type of criminals you're after now aren't small fries anymore. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Yeah, it's for this reason, this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end. I'm going to end the dark age of the law. That's what this is all about. The dark age of the law.
The dark age of the law? It sure comes up a lot these days on TV and in the papers. And I hear there are more false charges and fabrication of evidence than ever.
When I became chief prosecutor, the court system had already lost the people's trust. It all began 8 years ago. A lawyer was caught fabricating evidence. And a year after that, a prosecutor was found guilty of murder.
Wait, do you mean?
That's right. He's talking about my case and prosecutor Blackquills. It was a downward spiral after that, an absolute nightmare. After those two cases, the mass media launched an all-out attack on the courts. Public opinion was tainted, and before long, the legal world itself was sucked into it. It's such a shame. Once suspicion forms, it's very hard to shake. Lawyers and prosecutors were supposed to trust each other, pursue the truth together.
It's so sad when people begin to cast doubt. They start lying to themselves and each other.
Yes, and do absolutely anything to win. We're in an age now where winning is valued far more than the truth. I'm sure it's caused our new chief prosecutor to lose many a night's rest. Is it just me, or does his brow get even more furrowed than last time I saw him? The hostage taker's disdain for the courts is a perfect example of the times. It sure is. Do you have any idea who the hostage taker might be? Well, somebody who mistrusts the court system and who can manipulate robots. It can really only be Aura Blackquill. Who else would but her would want to retrial that case from 7 years ago so badly? Simon Blackquill's older sister and the owner of this room. I agree with your conclusion. Perhaps she intended to force Miss Sykes to confess. Actually, I think she had a much more horrific plan in mind for Athena. The impatient thing is for you to solve the UR1 and improve Blackwell's innocence.
And then maybe she'll release the hostages.
I am counting on you, Wright. You set that prosecutor and these hostages free. And I'll be counting on you in court to help me too. Of course, I'll do everything I can to help uncover the truth. This is an official trial. I'm more at liberty to be a little more unorthodox.
Mr. Wright, are you finished with your investigation?
Yeah, but I'd like you to tell the hostage taker something for me. I have to go to the detention center. I can't start the trial until I talk to Athena.
She's already given her consent. I'll accompany you to the detention center.
So I'm still being watched, huh? I'll see you in court, Edgeworth. Even if it will be an unargumented trial, it'll be good to face you in court once again. Absolutely, I'm looking forward to it. December 20th, Detention Center. Visitors room. Alright, but this is where we're going to take a break for today. Much love to you all, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, and amazingly awesome day. And until next time, on a blind Let's Play of Ace Attorney Dual Destinies for the PS5. So long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.